Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be playing some more Cemetery Mary, and of course we have more creepy stuff to deal with. And she's not going to ask for help, so we're just going to have to kind of see how it plays out, or maybe if we eventually get the option to ask for help, that would be great. But right now we're just kind of playing it out, so let's just get right to it. It's an umbrella. You scared me for a second. Thank you, dear. That's sweet. I mean, it's a little weird that, well, you were talking about before, but I mean, you're being sweet to the old lady, so I guess that's okay, right? Of course. Pardon me if this sounds rude, but were you one of her friends? Okay, so no, at least I don't think so, who died. Or, yes, I apologize for being late. Okay, well, we're not gonna lie about it, so no. Oh, well, it was my darling Minspella. She passed just last week. My condolences. Forgive me if this sounds rude, but what is your relationship to her? Ah, yes. I'm Spella's mom. I never met you before, have I? That's okay. Lots of people haven't. I'm very sorry for your loss. How are you feeling? Feeling? It's impossible for me to feel anything but heartbroken. I truly don't believe I will ever recover from this. Now, don't say that. She wouldn't want you to think like that, right? Yeah, I suppose you're right. She was young, wasn't she? Or if I may, how did she die? If I may. Oh, you don't have to. I'm sorry if it was too intrusive. She, she was sick, you see, for a very long time. She was in the hospital for a while. We always thought that she was going to get better. It always seemed that way at the least. In the end, well, things didn't go as we thought they would. I see. I'm very sorry that happened. It's all right. We tried our best. Do you think she's scared? Hmm? She's all alone now. Where is she going to go? And who will tell her how to get there? The way she is right now. Is she happy? Even if she's not. Alright, so we can say she's not alone, or I'm sure she's happy. After all, look how many people came to say goodbye. They all left her such nice gifts and pretty flowers, so she knows they're thinking of her. I think it'd be possible not to, sorry. I think it'd be impossible not to feel happy. Seeing how many people cared about you until the very end. Whenever her spirit may be, I'm sure she's happy. Especially knowing how many people came to wish her a warm send-off. You really think she's happy? I do. Well then, I'd like to believe that too. I'm sure she would want that as well. I'm sorry if I've upset you by talking about her so much, miss. It is a funeral, after all. I should behave more respectfully. No. It's quite all right. Talking about it has actually helped a little bit. I feel a bit better hearing your thoughts. Is that so? I'm glad then. Yes, thank you. Why, I'm so sorry. I didn't even catch your name. It's all right. My name is Mary. Mary? Mary. Hold on a moment. Do you mean to say you're Cemetery Mary? I see my reputation precedes me. Yes, that's me. I see. Thank you, Mary. If Bella was here, I'm sure she'd want to thank you too. She is here. But hearing it from you means it enough already. Thank you as well. It was a lovely funeral. Coffin was lowered, and soon enough the rain stopped. I watched everyone say their goodbyes to her and to each other, and then steadily they left. Soon it was just me and the lady. I had felt bad if I had overstayed my welcome. I didn't want to outlast her at her own daughter's funeral, so I quietly said my goodbyes and left. But to my surprise, someone was there waiting for me on the sidewalk. Crowven? Hey, Mars. You good? Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing out here? I don't know. I remember you talking about some sort of funeral happening today. Figured I'd stop by and ask if you want to hang out after. But I guess now is after, so wanna hang out? Oh, uh, all right. What's that look for? Oh, nothing. It's nothing. It's just, well, I don't know. You've kind of been in a bad mood lately. Kind of sudden that you want to hang out right now. Is there any reason for that? Nah, nothing special. It's nothing like I have other plans today or anything. No one's been responding to my texts, so. Oh, I see. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So we hanging or not? Oh, yeah. Just, you're not, you know, gonna get snappy with me, are you? No promises. Proven? I'm kidding. I won't. Come on, let's go. I followed Crowven down the sidewalk as we headed somewhere. Suddenly, he wants to spend time with me again, even though other times it's like he can't wait to get as far away from me as possible. Still, though, I would appreciate the time he wanted to spend with me when he did. We kept walking together. I kind of just let him lead and followed him wherever it was he was going. I didn't even think to ask until we had been walking a block or two already. Oh, hey, where are we going actually? Or are we just wandering? Huh? Oh no, I figured we'd go to the arcade together. Ever since I was there the other day, I've been itching to go back. And it's not like I can play fighting games alone. I mean, I can, but it's not as fun. The arcade? I felt so excited. I couldn't remember the last time I went to the arcade. Or any arcade for that matter. I wondered if I still looked the same as it does in my head. I wondered if they still had the crane machine. Well, those questions would be answered shortly enough. The automatic doors in front of the familiar brick building began to open up. The bright light from outside leaking into the dark interior of the building. The arcade! Oh, it was just how I remembered it. Except cleaner and with a new carpet, and I was taller now. Oh goodness, I haven't been to the arcade in so long. Really? My friends and I are here all the time. Honestly, it's kinda a wonder we haven't been kicked out by now. Don't tell anyone, but I cheated at skee-ball last time I was here. Maybe we can do that today and I rank in some tickets. Then we can finally get that lava lamp from the prize pool. But only if they still have it in the blue color. This is so exciting! What should we play first? I don't know. Why don't we look around and see? Crowven and I sought out a game to play. We tried to look for ones we could play together since we were both here. It was a bit of a challenge finding one that was free, though. I guess everyone else had the same idea we did. Since last time you were here, that's when you meet that person, right? Vasilis, I think? Yeah, what about him? Well, how are they? You haven't talked about them since Planet Dollars. I noticed Crowven's face go a little red. Oh, are you still seeing them? None of your business, Crowven said as he avoided eye contact with me. Although it was a bit snappy, I could tell he didn't mean it maliciously. Eventually a fighting game opened up, just like he was hoping for, so we made our way over to begin playing. I'm not all that good at fighting games, or video games in general, but I have fun playing them regardless. As we selected our characters, Crowven said he wouldn't go easy on me, so I had to make sure I gave it my all. Alright, here we go. Ready? I think so. Maybe. Well, you better be. What should I do? Punch, punch, kick, punch, block. Kick, punch, kick, block, kick. Okay. Not bad. But I'm better. Are you sure you haven't been here in a while? Yeah? I don't know. I feel like you're lying to me. Let your guard down. Whoa, I actually won this game? Not bad. Now you sure you didn't come here on your own sometimes? Never, I swear. I'm just messing with you, Mars. Nice job. Crowven and I played a few more games after that. Some more fighting ones, one or two racing ones, all kinds of games you could play with 2 players. Those kinds of games don't really give out tickets though, so it looked as if we wouldn't be getting that lava lamp today. Playing all these games were really fun, but I could see how it was starting to tire Crowven out. We were about to leave when I spotted it. I tugged on Crowven's sleeve, to which he turned and looked at it. He groaned. Really? Crane machine? You know they're just scams for money, right? The toys in there are so cheap anyways. And don't you have enough? Alright, fine. I'll try it. Just keep in mind that I'm rusty, okay? Crowven and I walked up to the crane machine. He reached into his pockets for his wallet as I pressed my face to the glass in excitement. Oh, this is so cute! If there's one problem I definitely have aside from all the others is that I love plushies too much. I always collect them even though they usually just sit all pretty in my room. There's just something about how soft and comforting they are. When we were kids, Crowven and I would come to this arcade whenever he was in town. I always tried to win things from the crane machine, but I could never do it. Dad would always try too, but he was like me and could never quite get it right. But Crowven seemed to have the gift when it came to this stuff. It wasn't all the time, but more often than not, he was able to win things. And he always gave them to me. Most of the time, anyways. Alright, here we go. I heard him say as the claw lowered into the pit of toys and stuffed animals. I couldn't quite see what it was grasping, but it got something. When it raised itself up, it was a box. One of the mystery boxes holding a mystery prize inside. I've never seen Crowven win one of these before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win one of these before. The box slid into the prize chute, and I took it out. I dug into the tightly sealed tape with my fingernails and grabbed the flaps of the cardboard as I took out the prize. It was a book. Despite having just come out of the machine, the book itself seemed a little old and worn. The cover read, "How to Talk to Ghosts." See, Mary, I told you all these machines are scams. Who wants to win a book? What do you mean? It's perfect. I love it. Thank you for letting me have it. It's nothing. I mean, as long as you're happy with it, I guess it's fine. Crowven and I left the arcade after that, but I had quite pep in my step, I'm sure, as I was so happy with my new prizes. And to be spending time with him again. It was actually a bit late in the day by the time we'd got out, so we grabbed something quick to bring back home for dinner. It was nice to be riding the bus back with Crowven this time. It made the ride and walk back to the cabin feel much less lonely and much less scary. And retiring to our rooms that night, I put the book on a bedside table to remember to read it later. I got all ready for bed and then pulled my phone out, knowing I wouldn't be able to get rest until this was taken care of. Hey, hello? I'm here. What can I help you with? I mean, I think you already know the answer to that. Right. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you in that regard. Are they all still alright at least? Or can you tell me who you are now then? He's not really going to answer either one of these questions, so I don't really feel like it matters what we ask him at this point. They are. Yet I never hear from them? Why is that? Safer that way. I promise you. Why'd you even message me in the first place? I thought it would help you feel better. But if you really want me to stop, I can do that. No, don't. What do you mean, no, don't? Girl! Oof. Excuse me, but what do you mean? Ah! Stop it! Stop talking to the weirdo! Then I won't stop replying to you. But for now, I'll have to. Good night, Mary. I woke up the next morning pretty early. Earlier than usual. But I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. Yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual, and I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Groven's door that morning. I saw that he had left open cracks, so I peeked inside. He was sleeping, still, drooling on his pillow, an arm hanging over the side. He looked absolutely silly. But it was nice to see him getting some rest for once, instead of racing to get out of the house before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs and into the kitchen and started preparing some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard Crowven coming down the stairs from the thumps of his steps, but he still alerted me by asking, "Hey, are you cooking something down there? Come into the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes." "What kind?" "What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh." Ah, you're right. It was foolish of me to ask. Crowven took his usual chair in the kitchen as I set out plates for us. "Do you want milk or water?" "Milk, of course." "What kind of stupid asshole do you take me for?" Crowven seemed preoccupied with his phone, but it was too nice of a mood to care about that. I gave us both glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case. You can never have too much. "Crowven, are you doing anything today?" "Hmm? Why? I just had a lot of fun yesterday. I don't know. Thought maybe we could do something again today. If you wanted to. Oh, you want to? I, hadn't really been planning on it. Oh, I mean, it's okay if you're busy and all. Well, I mean... there's some things I have to take care of first. But, will you be free later tonight? Huh? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really hang out with anyone besides you anyways. Alright, because the gang and I were thinking of heading to this club tonight. The gang? You know, me and my buds. Oh, I've heard you talk about them, but I've never met them before. See? Perfect, then. You can come to the club with us, meet him, we can let loose over a few drinks. Saul's good. I don't drink, but I didn't terribly mind going to a club with Crowven. I hadn't never really been to a club before, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind of crowd they expect to see in there, I was always curious to see what one was like. So I looked forward to it. I tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. I cleaned the cabin a bit. It had been getting a bit out of shape, and tried to start a grocery list since I was sure we'd have to go on our run soon anyways. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited, actually. I'd never met these friends of Crowven's, but I know that he'd known them for a while now, at least since he's been living closer to Blackwood, but maybe even earlier. There's been times where Crowven would rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least, I always assumed it was them. He's always hanging out with them as far as I know, despite how much time he seems to spend with them. I've never met them or have seen what they look like before. I always hear good things about them from him, though, so at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. I hope they like me. I kept up with Crowven throughout the day. I had to ride the bus into the town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. The club seemed like an awful lot of hard work to get to, but I was eventually able to find it after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. There's a staircase leading down into the entryway as I heard Crowven yell. Ah, there she is! As I cascaded down them and finally met the people I heard so much about. Here she is! Gal of the hour. Hello, it's nice to meet you. I've heard such great things about you. Let's say I've heard such great things about you. I've heard great things about you guys. Was all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than I was expecting. I mean, I knew that was the kind of look and crowd Crowven liked to hang around, but maybe I wasn't as ready to meet them as I thought. Alright, check them out. Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellas. My dude over here is Theodore. My other gal over here is Zapara. Yo. Aw, she's kinda cute, Crowven. In a scary kind of way. Yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just like screaming like, hey, looky, I've got a demon inside me. I like her horns, too. Really sells the look. Yeah. Crowven's friends. I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments or how they were looking at me. It felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they stood off mostly to Crowven's other side. I wish they'd stopped looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright, what are we waiting for then? Let's get in there. I peered around Crowven and his pals. There was a bouncer in front of the door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. I could also see that he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Crowven, "Is that the guy going to let us in?" Huh? Oh no, definitely not. Cool though. I'm gonna be a distraction. Then you guys will run in and I'll find my own way in. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. I promise, it's gonna be okay. If you say so? Or really? If you say so. I mean, you seem to know your way around this better than I do. That a girl. It's easy, you don't even have to do anything, except go with the flow. I watched as Crowven walked up to the bouncer and promptly kicked his... Oh dear. Crowven then zipped right past us, the bouncer charging down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before I could even call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zapara pulled me to the door. Come on, dumbass! That's our opening! And I was brought inside without any more protest. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. I mean, I've never been in one before, and I had expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as it pumped through my ears. It made my bones shake. It was pretty dark, but there was also plenty of color strobing lights about. There was a large dance floor and a DJ booth and a bar off to the side, and plenty of people were up and dancing. We had only been in here a few minutes, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was. And there was no doubt I would only start feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Crowven wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. Eventually, they started walking somewhere. I trailed close behind, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at a table. I awkwardly squeezed in next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in here, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. I was also starting to worry about Crowven. He still wasn't here yet. I considered taking out my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. He even had a drink in hand. I was astonished as he sat down next to us as if nothing had happened. Jeez, can you believe these assholes? Oh, I can believe it. Especially when it comes to you. Hey, shut up. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I'm giving them money after all. Shouldn't that be enough for them? How'd you get back here anyways? Nah, don't worry about it, Mars. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it because it's true, you fucking dick. So, what are we talking about over here? Nothing. We were just waiting for you to show up. Ah, waiting on Lil old me? That's so sweet. So sweet I could puke. Oh, again? Fuck up, dickwad. Crowven and his friends laughed amongst each other. Anyone could see how close they were just at a quick glance at them right now. They seemed to make him happy. Happier than I'd seen him in a while. I liked seeing Crowven interacting with them and seeing how well they get along. But that just made me feel like even more of an outsider sitting amongst them all. So, Mary, was it? Theodore took a long drag of a cigarette and then blew it right in my face. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as he did so. What do you do? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's an easy question, ain't it? What'd you do? What do I do? What's your job, sweetheart? Oh, I'm currently not working, but I used to be a waitress. Or I haven't decided what I want to do yet. It's just been a bit of difficult time right now. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Crowven while I try to sort things out. He's been very generous letting me stay. Oh, Crowven's letting you have it easy, huh? You mooching off him, then. You're playing things smart if you are. What's he bought for you, huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off, eh? Oh, no, it's not like that. Unless it is. Does Crowven think I'm mooching off of him? Heh. You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't worry about it, Zap's just a fucking idiot. Yeah, says you. Point proven. So, Mary, where'd you get those eyes, huh? Oh, my parents gave them? Ah, geez, must have been a disappointing present. If my mama gave me eyes like a dead fish, I'd have been bawling. Damn. Okay. I hope they kept the receipt. If he's just joshing you, don't take it too seriously. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. I think Mary's too nice of a name for her, though. Nice? Nice, like soft. It's too soft. Like a pansy. If she's gonna be hanging with us, she needs a cool name. Should we call her Mars too, then? Buzz off, only I'm allowed to call her that. Oh. I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, hold on now. It's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go to sleep tonight, you'll be standing at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, only a week remains. I mean, I guess I can kinda see that. You can? She ever do that to you, Crowven? Nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. The lights, the music, people, Crowven's friends. It was all a bit too much for me. I need to... Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh, that's it! She's like... Sounds like Bloody Mary sneaking into the bathroom to take her victim through the mirror. Be easy on him, won't ya? The lights in the bathrooms aren't that good. You'll scare the shit out of someone looking like that. I got up from the table and squirmed my way through the crowd looking for the ladies' room. I had begun to regret coming here, even if it wasn't for the way his friends were talking. I wasn't a fan of this atmosphere. It was all so loud and so bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Why did I come again? I went into the bathroom and only did I realize how sweaty I was. It felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks and rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Crowven never told me his friends were like that. When he used to describe them to me, they always seemed so much nicer through his words. Although, should I have expected anything different? I always knew they were the kind of people Crowven liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Crowven's such a nice person. Even if it hasn't been the nicest lately. Still. Crowven's been moody. He doesn't mean it. It'll pass. He doesn't mean it. It's just because he's been cranky lately. That doesn't mean he means to hurt my feelings. I know he doesn't try to. But these people, I had just met them, and yet the way they talked to me, Crowven didn't even seem to mind it that much. Maybe I was the problem then? I probably shouldn't have taken things so seriously. Before I could have had my thoughts to myself much longer than someone opened one of the stalls behind me. I hadn't even noticed someone was here. It's a good thing I wasn't thinking out loud. She approached the sink to wash her hands, and I realized it was Twyla. Oh, hey. Didn't expect to see you here. Doesn't really seem like your type of event. No offense. I could say the same about you. What are you doing here? I come here a lot, actually. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Well, it's not a lot. A lot. I just meet up with some friends here every once in a while. It's where they like to be. How about you? Crowven wouldn't like if he found out I was talking to Twyla right now. I don't know how Twyla feels about him, so it might not be the best time to bring him up to her. Oh, I was just invited by a friend. I had never been to one of these places, so I thought it could be nice. But it's really loud out there, and my friend brought some of his other friends, and they're what? I don't know. Obnoxious, maybe? I don't know. That feels mean to say, but they feel kind of mean to me. Mean? How? I don't know. Like, comparing me to Bloody Mary and stuff. Gross. That sucks. That's why I'm in here, actually. I don't really think I want to go back out again. I can do you a favor if you'd like. Oh, my friends and I, we actually sit in the VIP area. It's a lot more chill over there, for a lack of a better word. Wait, you're actually inviting me? We haven't even known each other for that long. And VIP rooms are expensive too, aren't they? It's fine. We're going to be working together, right? So we should help each other. Besides, I have a feeling that you're not really going to come back to this place after tonight. So I don't think anyone will be bothered by you just being here one time. What should I do? Twyla's offer does sound very appealing, but Crowven invited me here. Can I really just leave him alone? I know he's with friends, but still, what if he starts wondering about me? And if he finds out I was hanging out around Twyla, he might get upset with me again. Our relationship was starting to get better. I don't want him to get mad at me again. What should I do? Take Twyla up on her offer, or refuse Twyla's offer? I am going to take Twyla up on her offer. I don't personally like the way that Crowven's friends are talking to Mary. I know that that's seemingly the way that they joke with each other, but that's not Mary's personality, and it really just comes off like they are really being mean and bullying her. I would like to get her out of the situation. Crowven's going to be upset, but we will deal with that when that happens. That sounds really nice. Thank you. You're welcome. I left the bathroom with Twyla. It almost seemed as if there were more people now than I had entered. I supposed it was completely possible, but it made me feel claustrophobic as I exited the muffled comfort of the bathroom. Twyla snapped me out of it, though. She gestured me to follow her, so I did. We squeezed past people until we made it to a pair of big double doors. There was a tall man standing before these doors, too. And there was even a red velvet rope like the kind you see in movies. I've never thought I'd see one in real life. How expensive was this room? Upon seeing Twyla, the man reached over to unhook the rope and open the door, allowing us entry. Followed Twyla inside. As the door closed behind us, I instantly felt more at ease. Twyla was right. It was a lot more chill in here. For starters, it was much more well lit. No flashing lights, just pretty chandeliers that radiated a warm, sophisticated aura. The music in here was also a lot calmer. Didn't quite make my ears ring like the music outside did. I could still feel the muffled thumps of the outside music, but didn't bother me nearly as much as now. They had their own music playing. It wasn't completely my style, but still. Plenty preferable as to what was out there. I continued to follow Twyla as she walked over to one of the tables. There were a few tables in here, some more crowded than others, but there was still a fairly small amount of people in here. The table Twyla approached already had someone sitting at it, but she appeared to know Twyla as we made our way over and sat down beside her. Why, you're back! You even made a new friend while you were outside. That's so neat. You've got, like, the magic touch, Twy. Ignore her. Mary, she's a bit drunk. Oh my gosh, I'm not. I'm just, like, so happy to be here, making even more friends. When I was a kid, my parents were worried I wouldn't even make any friends. They should have just taken me to the clubs. It's so easy to make friends here. Right. Anyways, Mary, can I offer you anything? Drinks are on me, so. Oh, drinks are always on Twy. So, like, order whatever you want and run her dry. We also have other things besides drinks if you would prefer. Oh? Oh. Oh, thank you, but no thank you. I'm good. Besides, someone has to make sure everyone gets home safe tonight, haha. Smart girl. Don't start any mess. It's a bit too late for some people at this table. Oh, are you talking about me? You're so silly. Anyways, have you any updates on your little situation we're taking care of? Oh, it's alright to talk about around. Oh yes, it's fine. Trust me, she's not going to remember any of it. Wow, not true. I've got, like, an elephant memory. Oh yeah? Twyla pointed to me from across the table. What's her name, then? I said it a few times already. Hint? Right. Twyla turned back to face me. As we were saying, anything on your end? Well, no, I'm sorry. I haven't had a lot of time to look into. It's fine. I don't have much either. We just started, so I'm going to hold it against you. I'm not going to hold it against you that harshly. We should start buckling down on it, though. But I think it's okay if we take a break tonight. Yeah. So, tell me about the friend you came with. Oh? Why? I'm just trying to make conversation, that's all. And, like we said, this isn't really your thing. I find it odd someone like you is friends with someone who genuinely seems to enjoy this place. Oh, well, I knew him my whole life, pretty much, so there's that. And, one of those kinds of friends. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's like one of my closest friends, but I guess our personalities just headed in different directions as we got older. How so? I don't know, like, I mean, we're not too different. We both wear a lot of black, and we're into, like, similar things, but he's very out there and high energy and obnoxious. And his friends are the way of that way too, you said? Yeah. I just met them tonight. I thought it could be fun, but I don't know. It hasn't been very fun. I'm kind of wishing I met them somewhere else, maybe. I don't think clubs are the best place to meet people. What? What are you talking about? I think it's great. It's fine, Mary. After all, you can't expect everyone to like you. What'd they say, huh? Huh? Oh, they just, they called me scary looking, but it's not like I haven't heard it before, so, right. Well, like I said, it's fine. I brought you here after all, so you don't have to sit with them anymore. Aw, Twilight's so nice. Nah, she's just lucky. Lucky? And so are you. So don't get things confused. Aw, I changed my mind then. Why is mean? Awkward laughter. I sat there for a while. And we didn't talk about all that much. Well, Twyla and I didn't, at least. The drunk girl went on and on about a bunch of stories of hers. Never heard or learned her name or how she knew Twyla, but she was very nice and seemed to be having fun. I know she was drunk, but still, she was nice. And speaking of people who were drunk, I started getting some texts from Crowven, who seemed plenty drunk by the way he was typing. Hey Mars, where'd you go? You have been gone for a while, not constipated or anything, right? I think that's what that's supposed to say. If somebody's giving you a hard time, you know who to call. See, your Crowven cares about you. His friends just might not necessarily be super nice. I know he told you to be careful around Twyla, and I kind of went with Twyla, but then I wanted to get you out of that situation. You clearly needed to get out of the loud situation, and you're in a very much better mental space for yourself currently. Don't even worry, I'll beat him up for you if you need me to. I oughta go get him. Thank you for letting me stay with you guys, but I think I'm gonna get going. Oh, why's that? My friend's messaging me, and I think he's a little drunk right now. Reminds me of someone. Oh, who? I'm gonna go, but thank you again. Really, thank you. I appreciate it. Good night, Mary. Aw, she's leaving? That's so sad. Goodbye. I left out the double doors and tried to remember my way to our table. It was a bit hard to see with all the crazy lights and people, but I did make it back. When I got there, Crowven was slumped over the table, hiccuping and mumbling things to himself. He never used to be this bad when it came to drinking. I picked him up off the table and told his friends I ought to get him home. They didn't protest in the slightest. I wished them a good night, slumped Crowven over my shoulder, and headed to the exit. I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to get Crowven out without the bouncer noticing. But to my surprise, when I opened the door, no one was out there. I was confused, but I also wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I hurried along as fast as I could, with what crow I could what with Crow on top of me and all. We then walked we then waited together at the bus stop for the next bus to come so that we could get home. It was hard for me to tell if Proven had passed out or not while we were waiting, but we got up when the bus arrived. I I still carried him though, just in case he tripped over himself, and we got onto the bus together. The bus ride was long and tiring. Proven leaning over me and his breath reeking of overpriced alcohol. It was even harder getting off the bus. I still carried him though, because I knew he needed me. Mary. Yes. Are you okay? Mary. He hiccuped. I never liked seeing him like this, but at least I knew that when he was with me, he was safe. Yes, Groven? I love you. I love you too. And I really do. I've always loved Crowven. He was like family and the first friend that I had ever made. The only friend I had ever made. Hearing him say he loved me was something he seldom did as the years passed. So hearing him say it right now, well, I wish I could say it made me feel very happy. It did make me feel a little happy, but I wish it was something I could hear him say when he was sober too. I carried Crowven back up to his room and laid him on top of his bed. I think he passed out the minute his head hit the pillow. I kissed his forehead goodnight and headed to my own room. I wish I could have slept as easily as he did, but I had more to take care of first. Are you there? I have a question for you. Yes. What do you do all day? I can't answer that. Why not? You definitely didn't just sit at the phone all day. Well, of course I don't. Then what do you do? I can't tell you. Is it because you're scared? Is it because it's bad? That depends on what you classify as being bad. Well, I mean, just bad stuff? And what does that consist of? Just because something is illegal doesn't always mean it's bad. And just because something is a law doesn't mean it's good. I know that you have a point. In that case, are you worried I did something illegal? Or are you worried I did something bad? You still haven't answered me, though. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. And that's going to be all for today, guys. I sure hope that you had fun hanging out today, because I sure did. Now, I don't know if she just likes the attention she's getting from the stalker or what's going on with that, but at this point, like, she definitely just needs to get help, stop talking to them, figure something out other than what she's doing. This is not okay. But you guys let me know down in the comments what you think she should do or anything along the lines of that. I would absolutely love to be able to hear from you. Now, if you did happen to like today's video, go ahead and leave a like to let me know you enjoyed. Subscribe if you'd like to become part of the Titty Tat Army. And if you never like to miss a post, push that bell icon. Now, you spread positive vibes. I'll spread positive vibes. Until next time, I hope you have a perfectly wonderful day. Bye!